Welcome to the Vortex Healing Center Energy Podcast. And today we have a really special podcast for you. It's a very interesting take between Paul and Emma about Sue's two books on the history of the Vortex Healing Center. It's a really fascinating discussion, and I love the play and the humor that they bring to the table to this. So I hope you really enjoy this. We love bringing you lots of great, energetic, spiritual health, healing news right to your wherever you listen to your podcast. Hope so. Tune in.
Welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today into something pretty amazing. The Tasmanian Vortex.
Sounds intriguing.
It is. We've got two books by Earthkeeper Barbara Susan Christensen to guide us.
Okay.
History of the Tasmanian Vortex. And the second one, History of the Tasmanian Vortex Part 2.
Two whole books on this vortex, huh? There must be a lot to unpack.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Lily lines, diamond grids, divine feminine energy. It's a wild ride.
Sounds like we're in for a fascinating deep dive.
Absolutely. So this Earthkeeper we're talking about, Sue, her awakening is, well, it's not your typical meditation retreat kind of thing.
Oh, how so?
It all starts with a horse riding accident.
Whoa. Okay, that's not how I expected that to start.
Right. It kind of makes you think that these big life changes, these awakenings, can happen when you least expect them.
Yeah, I can see that. It's not always about seeking it out. Sometimes it finds you.
Exactly. So this accident triggers these psychic abilities in Sue, but as you can imagine, she doesn't just suddenly embrace them. There's fear, doubt, even some sensory experiences that would freak anyone out.
Oh, what?
Well, she starts smelling incense everywhere. But the thing is, she has no sense of smell.
Wow. That would definitely be unsettling. The universe has a way of getting your attention, doesn't it?
It really does. But then there's this turning point, this moment where she proves to herself that these abilities are real. She heals a sick horse just by touching it.
Wow. That's amazing. Healing through touch.
It makes you wonder what we're all capable of, right? Like, what if these abilities are dormant within all of us, just waiting to be unlocked?
It's a powerful thought that maybe we have more potential than we realize.
And maybe these impossible moments are actually what push us to confront that potential. So Sue feels this pull towards Tasmania, like she's being called there.
I've heard Tasmania is a beautiful place.
It is, and she buys land there without even seeing it first, just pure intuition.
That's a big leap of faith.
It is, but then reality sets in, right? Financial strain, she's renting while she builds her dream roundhouse. It's that balance we all try to find, between following our dreams and dealing with practical stuff.
Definitely. It's the struggle of being human.
But here's the thing, and this is where the spiritual, the metaphysical kicks in. Underneath her caravan bed, she discovers a ley line.
A ley line under her bed.
Yeah. Imagine that. You're living in this temporary space, trying to make ends meet, and you're unknowingly tapped into this powerful, energetic current.
For those of us who aren't familiar with ley lines, can you explain what they are and why they're significant?
Ley lines are kind of like energetic rivers that flow beneath the Earth's surface. They're often associated with sacred sites and can be powerful conduits for spiritual energy. Think of them as the Earth's circulatory system, carrying vital energy to different parts of the planet.
So Sue is basically living on top of one of these energetic highways.
Right. No wonder things start to get interesting.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's not just the Zali line either. She connects with the Aboriginal caretakers of the land, their spirits.
Wow.
And they welcome her presence, which adds another layer to the story. This idea of spiritual permission, of being welcome to this sacred space.
It's like the land itself is acknowledging her role in what's to come.
And then there's this omen early on, a fallen tree, a black snake, and a female orchid. Very symbolic.
What do those symbols represent?
Well, the fallen tree is like clearing out old patterns. The black snake symbolizes transformation and healing. And the female orchid represents the return of the feminine energy.
It sounds like these symbols are foreshadowing what the Tasmanian Vortex is all about.
Exactly. And as the line expands, she starts experiencing personal growth, emotional releases, like the land itself is mirroring her own internal transformation.
That's fascinating. It's like what we were talking about before, the connection between personal and planetary energies. As she heals, the land heals. As she grows, the vortex grows.
It's all interconnected. And then she gets this pull to go to Egypt, like an intuitive nudge she can't ignore.
Egypt. Wow, that's a powerful place.
The King's Chamber experience in the Great Pyramid is especially powerful. She's told to coat the entire pyramid with feminine energy, using a visualization of a two-wicked candle.
I'm trying to picture that. Coating the entire pyramid with light?
It's a pretty vivid image, right?
Oh.
And it makes you think about balance. Like, the pyramid has always been associated with this masculine energy, and now she's bringing in the feminine.
Restoring balance, like we were talking about.
Yeah, it's like a ritualistic recalibration of this major energy center.
Yeah.
And then there's this connection with Akhenaten.
Akhenaten, remind me who that is again.
He was this ancient Egyptian pharaoh known for his spiritual reforms. And both Sue and Akhenaten experienced this thing, a heart seal breaking.
A heart seal? What does that mean?
It's like a blockage, preventing the full experience of love and compassion. When it breaks, it allows this divine energy to flow, particularly that nurturing, intuitive energy of the feminine.
So they both had this same experience, even though they lived centuries apart. That's pretty wild.
It suggests a connection, right? A spiritual lineage across time. Like, they're both part of this bigger mission.
It's like a thread connecting them through history.
So we've got the Lari line, this feminine energy awakening, the connection to ancient Egypt, and then, bam, back in Tasmania, the first diamond appears.
A diamond? What kind of diamond?
It's an energetic diamond, citrine-colored, hovering above her meditation group.
Okay, this is getting pretty out there. Energetic diamonds.
I know, right? But these diamonds represent these energetic points, nodes, within this massive energy grid that encircles the entire planet.
Like a planetary acupuncture system.
Exactly. And the citrine color represents the solar plexus chakra, the seat of personal power. It's about activating this power, not just in individuals, but on a global scale.
So the Tasmanian Vortex is linked to this global energy grid, and it's just getting started.
Oh, yeah. And get this, the Lie line under her property. It's part of the Great Rainbow Serpent line.
Wait, what? The rainbow serpent? Like the mythical creature?
Yep, that one. It's this energetic current that connects tons of powerful sites all over the planet. So the Tasmanian Vortex is like a key node in this massive interconnected web of spiritual energy. And that's just the beginning.
I can't wait to see where this goes. So off Sue goes to Peru, and wow, talk about an experience. She has this vision of a rope ladder reaching up into the sky.
A rope ladder. What do you think that symbolizes?
Well, it seems pretty clear, doesn't it? Spiritual ascension, reaching for higher realms, that kind of thing. And while they're at Machu Picchu, she and James, this other Earthkeeper she meets, perform an energetic upgrade.
What do you mean by upgrade? Like, are they changing the physical structure of the site?
Not exactly. They're working with the energetic DNA of the place, weaving a new strand into the blueprint, so to speak.
Energetic DNA. So it's more like they're enhancing the spiritual power of Machu Picchu.
Exactly. Raising its frequency, amplifying its ability to transmit light and consciousness. And all this is happening alongside encounters with ayahuasca and San Pedro, you know, those powerful plant medicines.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about those.
Yeah.
They could be pretty intense, right?
They can be, but they can also be incredibly healing and transformative. They help you access parts of yourself that you might not even know exist.
And that's where things get really interesting. Sue connects with her aspect.
Her aspect.
Another version of herself, living a different life in a parallel reality. It's like this multidimensional thing.
Okay, you're going to have to explain this one. I'm not sure I follow.
So imagine different versions of you existing in different realities, each embodying a different part of your soul's potential. These aspects are all connected, and by meeting them, you can gain a more complete understanding of yourself.
It's like meeting different parts of your soul. Wow, that's a lot to process.
I know, right? It's mind-blowing. And it's not the only aspect encounter she has. After Peru, she goes to Mount Shasta, and while she's there, she downloads another diamond into the Earth grid. And get this, the very next day, a crop circle appears with the exact same symbol she saw during the download.
Whoa, a crop circle. Are you serious?
Totally serious. It's like the universe is saying, hey, we see you, we're with you. It's a validation of the work she's doing. And there's another aspect encounter on this trip too, adding another layer to this whole multi-dimensional tapestry. But wait, there's more. She goes back to Egypt, but this time it's all about anchoring the divine feminine energy into the Great Pyramid.
Back to Egypt. She doesn't waste any time, does she?
She's on a mission. And this trip is timed for 101-1-2009, a triple master number.
Triple master number, what does that mean?
It's like an energetic power boost. The universe is amplifying the energy of their mission. And right from the start, there are these crazy synchronicities. Before even leaving for Egypt, Akhenaten appears to her and asks her to meet him at the museum first thing in the morning.
That's pretty specific.
Right. And guess what? Their hotel is right next door to the museum. Talk about divine timing. At the museum, both Sue and her group start having trouble breathing. like there's this pressure building. Akhenaten then instructs Sue to guide everyone in taking a specific deep breath.
So they're doing breath work in the museum.
It's more like a guided meditation, I think. A way to prepare them for what's to come.
Prepare them for what?
Well, as they take this deep breath, a seal in their hearts breaks open. It relieves the pressure and allows this flow of energy. It's like Akhenaten himself is facilitating this heart opening.
Wow, that's intense. So it's not just about the physical location, it's about the energy they're bringing to it.
Exactly. Their hearts are now open, ready to receive and transmit this divine feminine energy. But here's the thing. Their plan to have private time in the Queen's chamber falls through, and they end up with an hour in the King's chamber instead.
That's a pretty big change of plans, from the Queen's chamber to the King's chamber.
Right. But it turns out that's exactly where they need to be. In the King's chamber, Sue feels this newly opened heart chamber vibrating, and the divine feminine energy flows through her and into the earth, connecting with the Nile River.
So the energy from the pyramid is flowing into the Nile. That's an incredible image.
It's like she's redirecting this powerful energy, like a cosmic plumbing project.
Yeah. And this is all part of anchoring the divine feminine into the planet.
Exactly. It's about restoring balance. And back in Tasmania, the vortex is buzzing with this amplified feminine energy. But then, get this, she discovers another vortex nearby.
Another vortex.
A male vortex.
Yeah.
It's like the land is revealing itself layer by layer.
So there's a male and female vortex. What happens when they come together?
Well, she and a friend, they each stand on their respective vortex and the energies merge, creating this massive unified vortex right in the center.
A merged vortex. I wonder what that feels like.
It's more than that. It creates a stargate.
A stargate, like a portal to other dimensions.
That's what it seems like. It's like the Tasmanian Vortex isn't just a local phenomenon. It's a cosmic hub connected to other realms.
Okay, now you're really blowing my mind. A stargate in Tasmania? Who knew?
And that's not all. She gets a new mission. Create a vortex between Uluru and Katachuta in Central Australia.
Those are sacred Aboriginal sites.
Yeah, very sacred. It's a delicate task.
So how does she pull that off?
She gathers a group of women, and they manage to find the perfect spot and perform the ceremony, all while park rangers are conveniently distracted by this unexpected event involving a French model.
A French model? What are the chances?
It's like the universe itself is clearing the way. With the help of the Rainbow Serpent and the Serpent of Light, the vortex is created.
Wait, the rainbow serpent? Like the actual mythical creature?
In many cultures, the rainbow serpent is a creator deity representing life force energy. And the Serpent of Light is often associated with Kundalini energy, that spiritual energy that lies dormant within us.
So these are powerful archetypes, ancient energies, and they're being called upon to assist in creating this new vortex.
It's amazing, right? And this is just the beginning. She then gets another mission in New Zealand to create a toroidal vortex near 3 mountains.
A toroidal vortex? What's that?
It's like a donut-shaped energy field, constantly flowing and circulating. It's a powerful structure that can hold and amplify energy. And she does it, despite some pretty challenging weather conditions.
This woman is unstoppable, creating vortices all over the planet.
But amidst all this excitement, there's loss, too. In 2013, she loses her sister.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. It makes you wonder, are these personal challenges somehow connected to her Earthkeeper role?
It's a good question. Is she taking on some of the collective pain? Who knows? But even in the midst of grief, her adventures continue. In 2014, she takes this unexpected trip to France.
France? What takes her there?
She feels drawn to connect with the energy of Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene. This is getting more and more fascinating.
I know, right? And it's full of synchronicities. They end up on all these unplanned detours, guided by intuition, and stumble upon several sites associated with Mary Magdalene, including the church where her remains are said to be kept.
So she's following the breadcrumbs, letting intuition lead the way.
And in the church, she has this powerful experience. While meditating, this energy overwhelms her and charges her crystals. She recognizes it as Mary Magdalene herself.
Whoa, hold on. She's saying she encountered Mary Magdalene's energy.
That's what she describes, a direct transmission from this legendary spiritual figure.
That's pretty incredible. So she's not just working with ley lines and vortices. She's connecting with these ascended beings, these spiritual masters.
It's like a whole other level of earth-keeping. And this encounter leads to the creation of a special Mary essence.
As essence, like a healing tool.
Exactly. One of many she develops in the Tasmanian Vortex. But their French adventure isn't over. They keep following these synchronicities and have another encounter with Mary Magdalene's energy at a spring she is said to have blessed.
Another encounter.
Sue drinks from the spring and experiences this incredible lightness, like she could levitate.
Wow. That sounds like a tangible experience of Mary Magdalene's energy.
And then their journey takes them to England and Scotland, exploring ancient stone circles, crop circles, even Rosslyn Chapel.
Rosslyn Chapel, that place is shrouded in mystery. The Holy Grail, the Knights Templar, all that stuff.
It's like Sue is connecting the dots, weaving together these ancient sites and energies.
Creating a tapestry of spiritual awakening on a global scale.
And in the midst of it all, the Tasmanian Vortex remains the anchor point. But in 2017, a new calling comes, this time from Easter Island.
Easter Island, the one with the giant statues.
The Moai, yeah. One of them calls out to her. She feels this pull to go there.
Of course she does. She never says no to an adventure. So what happens on Easter Island?
Well, it's full of synchronicities, hawk sightings guiding their way, encounters with the island's energy. But the real turning point happens in the lava caves.
Lava caves. Sounds intense.
They're like the womb of the earth, holding ancient energies and secrets. Sue and her friends go through all sorts of emotions in those caves, laughter, tears, mystical highs. And it's there that she realizes something crucial. The divine feminine energy has been hidden away on the island, causing the vortex there to become imbalanced.
So it's not just about connecting the energetic hoop around the planet. It's about balancing the masculine and feminine energies within each location.
Right. And through a series of challenging experiences in the caves, they retrieve the divine feminine energy and anchor it back into the vortex, restoring balance to the island.
Wow. They're basically rewriting the energetic blueprint of the planet.
One vortex at a time. And with each activation, the Tasmanian Vortex grows stronger, radiating these balanced energies out to the rest of the world. But their work isn't over yet. So much has happened in Sue's journey so far. From pyramids to plant medicine to Mary Magdalene, it's a wild ride. But back in Tasmania, the work with the vortex continues, right?
Oh, definitely. In 2019, she experiences another powerful download. This time, it's Archangel Michael who facilitates it.
Archangel Michael. That's a pretty big name in the angelic realm.
Right. It's a sign that the Tasmanian Vortex is being prepared for something major.
Archangel Michael is all about protection, strength, clearing away the negativity.
Exactly. And with his presence, the Tasmanian Vortex is becoming even more fortified.
So first we have Kuan Yin, the divine feminine, and now Archangel Michael, the divine masculine. It's like the ultimate power couple is working to balance the energies of the planet.
That's a great way to put it. And with that final download, the Tasmanian Vortex is complete. A fully balanced, multidimensional energy center, pulsating with both divine masculine and feminine energies.
It's amazing to think about the years of work, the personal growth, the adventures, all culminating in this one incredible creation.
It's a testament to Sue's dedication and the power of following your intuition.
But wait, there's more. Sue's journey doesn't end there. She goes on to download these new life codes in Sedona, Arizona.
Sedona, that's another place known for its powerful vortex energies.
Remember those new life codes? They're like energetic blueprints for a new way of being.
More heart-centered, interconnected, aligned with the Earth's evolving frequency.
And it's Sue's job to anchor these codes into specific locations, helping to spread this new energy across the planet.
So each vortex is like a strategic point in this global energetic grid.
That's the idea. Sedona, with its powerful vortex energy and connection to spiritual awakening, is a perfect place to anchor these codes.
But you mentioned this trip was challenging for Sue. What happened?
Well, even experienced travelers and earthkeepers run into obstacles sometimes. She had Airbnb cancellations, got lost, even ended up breaking down in front of a fire station. Just overwhelmed, you know.
It's a good reminder that we're all human, even those on a spiritual path. We all have our moments.
But despite the challenges, she found the vortex, downloaded the codes, and felt that sense of completion.
That's the thing about Sue. She's persistent. She never gives up.
And her journey continues with a gathering of the International Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers. These are powerful women, elders, wisdom keepers, healers, united in their commitment to planetary healing.
Wow, what an amazing group. What was it like for Sue to be part of that?
She describes it as a life-changing experience, to be surrounded by so much wisdom and compassion, to feel the collective energy of these women.
Must have been incredible.
One grandmother in particular, Unshi Rita from Alaska, really stood out.
What was special about her?
During their first meeting, Unshi Rita placed Sue's hands on her third eye. They both felt this energetic surge, a silent exchange of wisdom and understanding.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It shows that Sue's journey isn't just about activating vortices, it's also about connecting with others who are dedicated to healing and transformation.
Building a global community.
Exactly. But with all this amazing work happening, maintaining the Tasmanian Vortex is still a huge responsibility.
How does she manage it?
She has volunteers who help with the day-to-day stuff, and the sale of crystals and essences helps to fund the center. But ultimately, it's Sue's dedication and commitment that keeps it going.
It's inspiring, really, to see someone so devoted to a higher purpose.
We've covered a lot today, from Sue's awakening to the creation of this global network of vortices. What would you say is the biggest takeaway for our listeners?
I think Sue's story shows us that we all have the potential to connect with the Earth's energies and contribute to the healing of the planet. The Tasmanian Vortex is a powerful example of what's possible when we align our intentions with nature and dedicate ourselves to something bigger than ourselves.
It's a call to explore those unseen forces, to consider our own role in the changes happening around us.
Who knows what we might discover if we just open ourselves up to the possibilities?
Exactly. Thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive into the Tasmanian Vortex.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.
Thanks so much for listening to the Vortex Energy Podcast. We love connecting with all of you. I hope you enjoyed this particular episode with Paul and Emma talking about Sue's two books, The History of the Vortex Healing Center 1 and 2. And I invite you to go to our website, www.vortexhealingcenter.com, and check out all of the crystals and essences and all of the very fun things that we're doing on a regular basis.